Would I art direct again? Yeah. I wouldn't even hesitate. If there was another war like this, I would. Oh yeah, and the next time, if I were to ever do it again, I think I'd go even bigger. I would come up with the master plan, take what I've learned from this experience and go much bigger. Picking an artist to be curated for only a single week was incredibly hard. I think that was the biggest challenge of being an art curator. There's so much great talent out there. Curating feels very much like building a family. That's definitely something that you get from teeVillan. They really look out for you and they support you. And anything that I needed at any point, I mean, it could be 10 o'clock at night and I needed a file or some kind of resource, and there was always someone there for me. Curating for t-shirts is not evident. Curating for t-shirts is really not easy. It's not easy because you're very carefully picking art. You're picking designs that people wear on their chests. There's something about wearing a t-shirt that gives you that sense of identity, that sense of being. You have that option, that opportunity to wear it on you, and when you think of you think of your chest, and you think of over your heart. Right? You're wearing the art. You're wearing people's art on your heart. Picking art for that is really not evident. It's not easy. It's a very humbling experience. You might think but then it could totally bomb. I've art directed before, but never for a t-shirt company. And the thing about daily sites like teeVillan is that you got to pick good art. You got to pick art that is relevant, that people are going to want to wear, and you got to pick art that's for today. You got to do it, and you got to do it today, and then you move on. And every day has to be the shirt of the day. It has to be the hit. So it's a very fast-paced job. It's a very fast-paced. It's very chaotic. It's a very chaotic 3 months. Art directing and curating, especially, is like a roller coaster ride. You pick these people, they agree to be on your team, you all get into this little buggy, you do all the planning, you do that initial climb, you make sure that everybody has what they have, you hope you didn't forget anything, and then you reach the top, and then you just have to let go. And I think that's the hard part, is just completely letting go. The reason why I compare art direction to a roller coaster is because, your heart just completely rises up and you're scared and the wind is rushing at you and you plunge down, and that first plunge, you're just hoping that everyone really knows what they're doing. And that there's that loopy loop up ahead, those loopy loops where you're hanging upside down. It's those artists that you've picked, that you relied on, that are the ones that are going to help you get enough momentum to make sure that you do that loop without falling on your head. Eventually you start seeing work come rushing at you, and pieces and suggestions and sketches, and it's just it's like a flash of stuff that comes at you. Every time something would come in, and it was my first look at it, I would get misty-eyed. Because, you set these artists out in the wild, and then they come back with this amazing work. And it's always better. It's always better than I could hope for. Yes, every single time. It's when you let go that the best experiences happen, and the most inspired your artists become, so that when you're done at the end of the roller coaster and you all get out, you've all lived through the same thing. You've all kind of been through the same little ride, and you just want to do it again. So I guess this wraps the war up. Thank you for watching, and thank you for following, and thank you for buying t-shirts. I hope you had a wonderful week and had the opportunity to see a little bit behind the scenes, how much work goes into it, who makes the art. I think that's really, really important, who makes the art, to try to bring the artist and the wearer closer together. That was the goal. That was the goal for this curation. Without you, there would be no independent artists making t-shirts.